Savage versus Seed.
Top right of the map, our Jin Air Green Wing Zerg player. It is Savage. He won the oh so important map 1 in the best of 3 here.
I was just saying, don't be fooled by the overlay on the score. He only has 1 point.
Takes the lead against his Protoss opponent, and Seed, the man with the builds, he starts the top left. Altasim Stronghold is his map choice. He showed us a great build for a Habitation Station in the first best of 3 that he played today. Now he picks this map. What is the build that he is going to show us here?
This map is huge. There's a free base at the back. And Zerg player gets a free third base essentially because he can take the backdoor expansion first, probably will, then take the fast third. That's kind of like a natural, so it's really easy to take. I like to call this map Calm Before the Storm Part 2, but
it's the better version though.
It's the better version. Calm Before the Storm was actually terrible, but this one's reasonable. What's interesting about this map is that Seed picked it. This is the kind of map that you would expect a Zerg player to pick because it's all about the late game, about teching. And if you're confident though as a Zerg player to pick that death ball, go that air toss style, or even to just play the style we saw from Seed before and then switch into air toss, then this can be a good map for you. It's just funny to me considering that the games we've seen from Seed that he's won today in this matchup were, well, it was only one map, first of all, but it was based off of timings and aggression, and then the way he played game number 1 in this series was off of a timing and aggression. And now he's going into a map that's not really as much about that, I feel. He's going to go Gateway before Nexus because he wants to make sure that he can defend against possible early pools, and he also wants to get his tech up pretty quickly, so he's going to have the best of both worlds here, fast Nexus and the fast Warp Gate research, so that could be something that he uses on this map. He's already identified his opponent's spawning location, very luckily with that scout, gets to see where he's at.
The scout here is super important to find him at the first position. That's definitely something that's going to be happy about, and on the other hand we have Savage not with a drone scout, only relying on overlords. And that currently means that he also finds his opponent, or we'll find out very late what exactly we are going to see here from Seed, from the Protoss player. But on the other hand, this is a map where you get this free second base. It's basically free since there's only one entrance to the main base and you can easily wall. So behind that you can play quite greedily. We've seen a lot of Zerg players going into a double hatch even before pool because they said, well, this is a big map, you're going for a greedy build as well, and I might as well just go for this style because I can defend against whatever you throw against me. So right now we have for Seed still a bit of normal opening, but I'm very sure that he will have a specific tech in mind to take down a Zerg opponent on this map. This is the matchup that he practiced. It's his map choice, and on his map choice he has to have a build that is just designed to take out a certain opponent.
Yeah, he won his map pick before on Habitation Station. Chris build, a confusing one, which is part of the reason why it was so successful, because he's the Illusionist Protoss, right? And we'll see how this one plays out. Third base going up for Savage after speed though, because he wants to be safe against the gateway opening that he's up against. And even without scouting it, he reasonably expected that was what he was going to see. Now he sees it, doesn't see the core, but sees the mothership core activation animation on the Nexus, which is enough to tell him that his core is already done. Seed now up to 3 gates, and could actually try to rush out his own third base while poking a little bit with sentries to force units out. We saw him do this a little bit already on Habitation, except it was off of 1 base, so this is a little bit safer for him to do it here.
Well, Roach 1 is now going down as we have Roach 1, we have Zerglings, we have Speed Up Gate. Could try to be a little bit aggressive, but he has the third base not coming up, so he's trying to be safe. The one thing that I'm a bit surprised about is that we have so far not a commitment to creep spread. Like, he doesn't spread creep at all, and I would have at least expected him to spread the creep between his bases, because usually as a lot of Zerg players are a little bit lazy with their creep spread against Protoss. It's more a thing that you see a lot against Terran. You see it more and more also against Protoss, but a lot of Zerg players just are a bit lazy since they say like, well, there's going to be an observer at some point anyway, the Protoss player is going to clear it with a couple of stalkers or whatever, so I don't really want to commit too much time and effort to it. But we see that a lot more these days, and usually what we have is at least a commitment to connect the bases so that you have the queens as a defensive tool against air units. For now, we have Savage just in a position where he tries to be aggressive. He wants to shut down this third base of Seed as fast as he can. Won't be able to do that with the force fields and the sentries that we have there, taking position between the mineral patches to limit the possible surface area for the Lings. But it's the poke that counts already. Savage already just trying to apply some pressure.
Yeah, he checks everything. He almost gets the pylon. In fact, he may still get it. Not going to. Too many sentries here. But he's trying to bait out another force field, possibly. Seed's forge is done, so he can set up this wall on the left side, put up a cannon, and that'll give him some good coverage for these Ling run-bys. And he also checks the main base. You know, he goes up, he says, do you have a zealot here? Okay, you got a zealot here, so you're locked down tight right now. And this map is big, but in these positions, it feels a lot smaller. You can almost cut the bottom part of the map off, because that's not going to come into play for a while. And Seed adds gates. Goes up to, in total, I believe now 6.
7 at least.
7, yeah, I guess he did get an earlier one there.
He has 2 at the wall. So
Yeah.
does he have another one in the back
8.
of his base? I don't know.
Yeah, he
That would
does.
be 8. So we have 8 gates by him on 3 bases. That's a ton of gateway units that he has.
Plus 2 Blink Stalkers, I think.
Yeah, it could be.
That's going to help him defend the Hydros aggression coming out at the very least. Plus 1, Roach Speed, Hydra Den done. 4 Overlords coming up for Savage here. That's actually way more than he needs. So I think he's going to be pouring out a ton of units in just a moment, because his economy is right about where he wants it to be at 61 drones off of a fast third. His hatchery was up for free. And this Overseer identifies the gateway problem, though. Here comes some more Lings. And he's forcing a warp in here. Actually, there's not enough. The cannon isn't ready, and he's going to lose a Stalker.
And the Zealot, he needs those force fields. Could trap most of those Lings, actually, and I think he will.
Yeah, there's a tight wall on the other hand, so yeah, he's going to trap him. He's trying to...
Where's that force field on the pylon? There it is.
Nicely done here by Seed. Really crisp defense. And one Ling gets away.
Yeah, but no, he doesn't escape. I was just about to say, like,
he does. Look.
no.
Yeah, see? It was just Seed's vision. Made it look like it disappeared.
Oh,
He's still
okay.
there.
I thought actually he might.
I thought he was going to die.
There.
I thought he was going to die too, but I guess Seed was like, nah, 1 Forcer for 1 Ling.
Oh, even more gates are coming in now. 3 additional ones. That puts him to what, 11?
11, and he's going to be plus 2 in Blink versus, well, it looks like it could be Swarm Hosts. But it could also be Infestors.
Exactly, it could be Infestors.
If it's Infestors, that's going to be not what Seed wants.
That's what we saw back in the days when this plus 2 Blink Stalker was built on 2 bases, was just so absolutely common and an all-day occurrence. But now we don't see that often anymore. But if it's Infestors, actually, a fungal to lock down the Stalkers would be amazing for him.
Overseer is going to come in the main base and scout now. He fakes out a Colossus. He's trying to be the Illusionist Protoss, but nothing's going to stop that Overseer from identifying what's happening exactly here. 2 Stalkers. 2 Stalkers come in. He actually shuts down the Blink. This time it matters a lot, and he's going to be able to attack here with the Hydras. It'll buy him time to get, if he wants to, Infestors out.
But he doesn't build Infestors, and he doesn't get Swarmers. He doesn't get anything right now with this army. And Seed is just waiting for his Blink upgrade. He's warping in again. Those line of sight blockers really working for the Protoss player now. Here comes Savage, and we have 25 Stalkers already.
What is he building? No Infestation Pit units. He wants to commit to the attack.
Blink is still not done. Plus 2.
Blink
not
needs more
completed
time.
either. There come the Swarm Host. Swarm Host upgrades. Started. Just poking with a few Stalkers. So far, the Circle player still doesn't know what exactly is going on.
This is so frustrating for Seed, though, because he's committed to aggression, but he can't move out. And he doesn't have any other tech. He doesn't have any tech for Swarm Hosts.
Blink is nearly completed, and now he can try to chase this down.
He's going to go for it.
Yeah, he has to. He has to commit right now, and he blinks in, and here comes Savage. Turns around. Nice micro so far by Seed. He's chasing the units as much as he can. He blinks in once more. Snipes a lot of the Roaches and the Hydralists already.
So much production for him. 11 gateways, 4 Stalkers on the way. Blinks forward again. He wants to fight this. He's got force fields as soon as he can get those sentries over there. And there they go. Those perfect Seed force fields. Guardian Shield with some decent coverage here as well. He can blink over the force fields, and he does. Those 7 Swarm Hosts are so critical right now for Savage. He needs them. There's no detection on the map, and he knows it.
Plus 2 is done. Plus 2 is completed for Seed, not for Savage just yet, and Seed is currently still on the move. He has 90 supply, army supply against 84, but the Swarm Hosts, they are there, and there is no detection, as you already said. Can he at least snipe a base? That would be great for him. He needs to do something. He's moving in as we speak. There are the Locusts. They immediately snipe that base. He's completely exposed. Force fields are immediately thrown down. Look at those. They are amazing, and that opens up a potential snipe on the 3rd, and he's going to get that.
He's definitely going to get the 3rd base. Looks like he's going to be able to get most of those There's units coming from the behind again, and so many gateways, so much production here. 7 Swarmos only is not enough because he's just going to be able to kill the Locust before they can do their damage. Here we go, no more Guardian Shields, he's out of energy and out of force fields. Can he hold this back? Savage with a few more waves of Locust, his drones coming off the line. Maybe he can hold it, so close. Seed's army is so well upgraded.
The drones are there, the time warp as well, and we have still more and more units being produced for Savage here. Also Swarm Host, there is still no detection for Seed. He's trying to make those Stalkers count. They have the +2 attack upgrade and he's blinking like crazy, but the Swarm Host, he cannot do anything about them, and the Locust, they do so much damage.
They do so much damage. Keller on the +2 is done. He still has 34 Stalkers on the map. On the other hand, with good blink micro, he could still make this work. He's ahead in Harvesters. He still has 3 bases. It's 3 versus 3 bases. The production here for Seed, insane, and Savage is being pushed back again with his army.
Oh my god, if we had some kind of detection. He's getting an Observer right now, but will the Observer there in time? Still everywhere, just Stalkers blinking, trying to make this
Look
work
at his
somehow.
bank. He has so much money still, Seed does, in minerals, and he's got so many Warpins. He continues to warp in Stalkers. He's trading against these Pyro Roaches, and
Wolf, that Observer is
the
coming
Observer is
across
coming.
the map,
It's just
but
too
the
late.
Stalker numbers, it's only 22 left.
And he even confidently rebuilds the hatchery now. Seed needs to make this work. He cannot fight these Locusts.
Swarm Hosts. It looks like it's too many Swarm Hosts already. That was the perfect choice for Savage here. Getting the Swarm Hosts. Seed was so late with detection.
It was also, I feel, the problem with him not having the blink and then the Hydros that bought him enough time, the engagement, the possible defense that Seed needed to be ready for, which kept him at home for so long, that allowed him to get 7 Swarm Hosts out. 7 was all he needed. Warp Prism coming out here as well for more fast reinforcements, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to push through. The recovery for Savage is done. He has 10 Swarm Hosts out now.
Too late. Too many Swarm Hosts and too many Roaches to back it up. This is looking really horrible. There's no high attack for Seed right now. He's trying to circumvent that army, make his mobility work in his favor, but he's looking at 60 army supply and his opponent has 120 already. This is so difficult. I don't think that he can beat this. There's a 4th base, but what exactly is he going to do right now? He has to force the Zerg player back. He cannot possibly fight the army. He has to use the mobility, try to snipe bases, try to fight, to force the Zerg to just move back and not attack.
Yeah, Swarm Hosts on this map are great defensively, as we've already seen, but aggressively, it's going to take a lot for him to be able to do damage because the map is so big. The Stalker force is still mobile. He's got Warp Prism that actually goes in the main base here.
Nice.
Seed is fighting his way back into this. He's got a 4th base over on the left side of the map too. Swarm Hosts aren't getting over there. Can blink over these rocks. He has to do it perfectly though.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That
is not what you need to do. You need to shift Q.
Yep, shift Q is absolutely what he needed to do there. I don't even think he realized the rocks were there. His base might go down. If he targets it, it's going to fight Hydras instead. Still could kill the base. A Warpin of Zealots over here going to buy him some time against these Locusts. This is so intense, Keller. Seed trying to fight back tooth and nail here.
The first Colossus is being built. He doesn't target the hatch. He's not going to get it, Wolf.
He's not going to get it. But another Warpin of units later on could. And actually, this force over here is going to join up with the Stalkers. The Locusts are a bit annoying for him.
A bit? He needs Colossi, and he needs them fast. He needs a lot more than only Colossi.
I think he was considering trying to go for a snipe here on those Swarm Hosts, but he's just not able to do it. The Roach army is now with them. And this next wave is a big problem.
Take down the natural was such a problem.
Yeah, he could now.
Oh, he's going for it.
He needs to target. He needs to target.
He needs to focus them. He needs to focus that hatch. He doesn't see it. I don't think he sees it.
There's no mining going on there anyways, so more important, I guess, for him, for his APM right now, is to focus on this, the attack that's happening at his natural that could actually kill him.
True, but in the long run, you see now the micro is back, the mining is back, is a round of warp-ins, maybe gonna help him take down that hatch. That would be so much. Where's that Colossus?
Where's the Colossus? Is gone. It's about to pop out the first one, or the next one.
Yeah, but he had one already, didn't he? And I think he lost it.
And well, he's got
there
one now.
There's one.
He needs to pull it back. It looks like it's just going to be targeted. He's going to let him soak the DPS.
He was busy with his Zealots, and now he's blinking once again. His blink micro here is insane, but can that really save him? There are the Swarm Hosts. He takes down most of the Roaches.
Mothership Core is gone, but he's got the Roach is gone. This base will fall.
Can he go forward? Can he really go forward and maybe snipe those Swarm Hosts that might win him the game, actually?
The economy for Savage is down to 0, basically. He needs to kill those Swarmos. Looks like he's waiting for his next Colossus. Range is almost done. The Robo goes down. No more Colossi. Robo falls before the Colossus finishes, meaning range that it just finishes now is completely useless.
And the base as well. The base is also not there anymore. The 4th, that is. He has only these 3 bases. He's, of course, still doing some damage.
He wants to kill these Swarmos.
He goes in. This is the only thing that he can do. He blinks forward. He starts sniping.
He starts targeting them down. He's going to get them.
All of them.
Every single one. Every single one will fall.
Seed.
Vengeance.
Seed with a vengeance here, I guess. Yeah, you're right.
Hydralisk then will fall now as well.
How are those Zealots still alive?
Savage is starting to fall apart a little bit with his multitask with his defense here. And he's lost even roaches to these Zealots.
But he's still on 2 mining bases, and Seed, he has still 2 on his... Oh, actually, did he lose the base?
He did not lose which base, sorry.
What did he just build there? Was that a Nexus? God, sometimes I hate that we don't have an observing PC.
I don't think... He lost the base to the bottom left, but he didn't lose his third.
Yeah, right? He must rebuild something else there. He's not mining there. He might have lost the Nexus.
Yeah, he did lose it, actually. I don't know how that happened. Well, regardless...
Well, that puts him basically all in.
Yeah, he's got +2 only still against +2. He can't push all the way through against the Swarm hosts. Well, he could actually, but I don't think he knows that.
It's Spine Crawlers now that he's up against, because Savage realized that he needs something at home, that he has still the minerals. There are only a couple... I mean, can't be a lot of Swarm hosts.
Here's the thing, though, because Seed has a better Harvester count, and because he's killed the army, and this is such a big map, and he's killing the creep, I feel like he could double expand right now. He could take another Nexus and keep harassing. I mean, he will have to save all of his minerals. He will have to cut Colossus production for a minute if he wants to do that, or just... Is he sending long distance mining over there? What is that actually? See, he's going to double expand. He already queued it up. That's why he didn't have any money.
He has a new
and he's got this mobile force. He just has to make sure he does not lose it.
Oh, and he blinked into those. The force fields are good though. Saving the Stalkers for now, but what a game!
Savage's economy is really low. He's ahead in mining right now because he has the extra base, but as soon as one of his bases mines out, then he's actually going to be behind because he doesn't have the Harvesters.
Is twice the size of Seeds. Seeds needs Colossi back in the game.
Yep, he's starting to get them out. He actually did cancel that Colossus, it looks like, actually, to get the Nexus, and another one will pop out soon. The Robotics is being targeted! And he's going to lose the Robo, it looks like. One Colossus will pop out first, maybe! It does! He gets one Colossus at least!
Why would he build that Robo in this position again, where he lost it already? Just build it on the high ground, in the main base. It can always walk down.
Force fields are excellent here, but Roach is eking on the right side. That one Colossus helps out so much, but Seed is pushed back yet again. Needs to blink like a madman. There's so much Surge.
Seed is going in, but Savage is moving in once more. He wants to take down this base. He's pushed back for now, on the other hand. Seed is still on half the army supply, but he's still fighting.
He's still fighting here. It's the size of the map that's helping the defender's advantage. Probes actually long distance mining. They didn't get redirected here. A few Locusts helping out at the front. Seed has this
micro that he has is absolutely insane. It's just those macro decisions that he makes, putting that that Robo twice in harm's way. He is blinking like a madman. His APM spikes up to 500-600 during those fights.
He has no Mothership Core, and oh, he might be blocked into a choke this time. He's at that corner. He actually somehow, someway gets his army over here to secure his base, and he's got Archons, but they need to be with his army with support. They're not with support. The Roaches are targeting them down one by one. And here we go. He's coming in from the backside with those Stalkers. He's got that one Colossus. He's fighting to the nail.
So much damage.
And I think he actually will fight this through. He's going to fight the Zerg army through.
Oh, it's so close. Those Hydras. The Colossus doing so much work inside.
It's not targeting the Colossus.
Where's the reinforcements? Does he have any? He doesn't look like it. He blinks away. He gets it.
He has only 2 Swarmos here.
Oh, here we go with the reinforcements. He has more Stalkers and he snipes those Swarmos. The Swarmos are gone and those Roaches have no chance.
That base to the left side.
See
double expansion. Says this is a big map. This is my map choice.
Dude, you gotta be kidding me. Like, look at this. This is insane. How is he alive?
You know, he just had the better micro, and he had the better composition.
You can say that again. Those force fields, those blinks. Boy, if he would have built that Robo on the high ground, the first one, think about how this game would have went so far.
7 more Hydras on the way, but that's all he's going to make. Savage is out of money, and his economy for quite some time has been quite low, and he's never been trading efficiently, but he will rip this base to shreds with a group of Roaches. Probes aren't going to be able to push this one back. He's going to lose the Nexus if he doesn't warp in units. He's going home. I'd really like to see... I would really like to see a Mothership Core made right now, because this would save him a lot of woes. He would have the ability to recall, and also Photon Overcharge would have saved him a million times against things like this. Loses only mining time, but the Nexus down to 848 hit points.
This game is absolutely insane. I mean, this is crazy. Seed, by all rights, should have been dead 3 times in this match already.
It's not over yet, but I feel Seed's got the lead now. The new base needs to be started for Savage if he wants to have any chance of coming back in this game, because his army composition is losing its relevancy very quickly.
Savage never rebuilt the natural that he lost, and Seed now is starting to get the army supply back. If he is able to get more Archons into the picture, does he doesn't have the Robo.
He never remade it.
He never remade that Robo. He rebuilt it once, like at the beginning, but
he has these
after
gases. Here
was
we
sniped
go.
the
This
second
could be the fight that decides everything. Savage is so many.
This time no force fields, and Colossus is still going ham on all those roads. Look at the hit points of that Zerg army, but Seed, his Stalkers are so vulnerable.
They're so vulnerable here, but that one Archon comes on the left side. The micro here, beautiful from Seed.
Seed, he does it.
Pulls the Colossus back. I think that is going to be it. The Hydras here. There's a few more for reinforcements. Seed will blink forward. Hydra after Hydra starts to fall. A few more Zerglings coming, but that Archon's going to be pretty useful here.
The Archon goes in and takes out all of the Zerglings, and this is basically everything that Savage has. Savage is on the run. He's on the run again.
He's on the run.
Seed is chasing him
Seed's
hard.
done it. Savage is out of money.
Oh my god, you got to be kidding me.
Seed has
got to be kidding me.
The gases at that base, his fourth base. He's bringing probes here. I'm not even sure why.
Well, why not? He can't mine anything anymore. His base is already saturated, and those probes can take shots. The cannon is currently saving his ass here. He's even warming in more zealots. Seed is going crazy now. Savage, I cannot believe this match.
All right, here we go. The probes are going to tank at the front, and he's got one more Archon warping in. I don't know the hit points on that Colossus, but I think it's at about half. Shield's probably fully regen. Click on that Colossus, Heaven. Click on it.
Oh my god. He's going for it. He has the army supply of his opponent that never happened before in this game. And here we go. It is time for Seed. The Archon is blocked in. The probes tanking damage at the front. Seed is taking the lead in army supply. Here come the drones of Savage. Everyone is fighting in this game. And what about the Colossus? He's being attacked by the Queen. The Queen is trying to take it out. The Hero Colossus is on the run. All of those drones.
Here comes the Colossus.
Lose it. Oh no, it's Savage who loses the game.
Savage loses way too much.
GG! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh, what a win for Seed. And
oh wow! I cannot believe this game just happened. Twice he builds his Robo right at the front and loses it. Though, so the Colossi that would have been built, that would have won him the game. The Blink Stalker attack shut down by all of those Swarm hosts. Then he has no detection, he can't do anything against them, loses too many Stalkers. He blinks like a maniac. And all of that to play now on Daedalus Point.
If Seed actually can get his wits about him, I think he can win on Daedalus right now.
Whoa.
Because Savage played an extremely sloppy late game there. He made so many mistakes. He did not play the map. He just kept attacking. Seed was able to defend. He played into Seed's game. Seed basically said, keep attacking me because I have perfect micro. Colossus or not, I will hold. And you did not rebuild your base.
But look at Savage right now. He's just nodding to himself like, yep, it's still my map choice. It's still my map. It is still Daedalus.
I think Seed can do this. I think Seed can do this if he stays focused. I think this can be done. And I would never tell you that before on Daedalus. This is the first time I look at this and I think Seed can win a PvZ on Daedalus. And his mindset, that winning a game like that, it tears your opponent up inside and it gives you this awesome feeling of adrenaline and confidence. I think this could be the time.
It could be the time, but this is, the last game was nuts. That he was able to come back. It was 130 army supply against 65 on same upgrades with one Colossus, the Hero Colossus surviving there, and he was blinking. It was just insane. And now we're going into Daedalus Point. What is Savage gonna do? Will Seed be able to take down Savage here on the third map on Daedalus Point? Or is it gonna be a 2-1 from the Jin Air Green Rings player? Oh my god, that last game. Seed, can he do it? We're going into the map right now. Daedalus Point, game number 3 at the GSL Code S. Savage versus